Hi everybody, welcome to more vintage electronics stuff, and today I'm going to feature something that my wife found at a estate sale in our area recently. This is a reel-to-reel tape recorder from the late 60s. Believe it or not, it comes in a nice leatherette case. The case seems to be in pretty much perfect condition except for a busted snap back here, but otherwise looks pretty nice. And I'll open the top off here and show you what it looks like inside. It is the Mayfair 5-transistor tape recorder model FT305. Mayfair Electronics was a company out of Chicago, and not surprisingly, everything they made basically was made in Japan. In fact, this instruction manual was printed in Japan. If we can see it here. Apparently not. There you go. So now we're looking at the inside of it. As you can see, we have a microphone that came with it. There's a take-up reel that came with it. And this particular sale also included a number of tapes. Some with some recordings on it, some were blank. And I'm going to take one of the tapes that came with it, the old Scotch Tartan Series 141 tape, thread it up, and we will see if we can hear what's on this tape. This particular recorder does not have a AC adapter. It was run on 3 D-cell batteries. And if you look on the back here, these two snaps come off and these two snaps come off, and it flips down. And you can see there is room for 3 D batteries and a transistor battery. This particular model came with some original batteries, and I'm guessing these might have been from the original machine from the late 60s, the old Novell tight seal. So we have some antique batteries in there too. Alright, now I'm going to thread the tape, and we'll see if we can hear anything. Very simple operation. It has a rewind, stop, and forward. So let's hit forward. The volume control is right here. There is a spot for the microphone here, and probably headphones as well. That was me turning up the volume control here. Scratchy pot, not surprising. And we'll see if we can hear something pretty soon here. Notice there's no fast forward, which was kind of unusual. This little switch here is in the play position. Not sure if you can see that or not. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. And you can probably read play right there. We flipped it back here, it was record. And since I can't fast forward, I'm not going to fast forward. But hopefully soon we'll be hearing something from this reel-to-reel tape. Well, there was nothing on that tape that I could hear, so we're going to try a different one here. Let's hit play, or forward, I guess, and see what happens.
Entry. The entrance is not very large. I'm an infant of the Institute. I'm going to introduce my friends. This is the introduction. What is your name?
My name is Shirley Ann Collier, and I come from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
What else can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm here at the Institute and I'm having a perfectly wonderful time outside of class.
What's wrong with the class?
Oh, nothing. The class is wonderful. It's me. Tonight I'm working on a question that I'm supposed to answer tomorrow morning, and it's concerned with referential meaning, connotational meaning.
Well, as you can tell, that sounds like somebody who was at a college, university, some sort of seminar, talking to her new friends who were there to also learn something. So let's rewind this. Rewind works just fine and dandy. Note how it does not stop until you hit stop. So this was a rudimentary tape recorder, very simple. A lot of more modern tape recorders, reel-to-reel tape recorders had methods of stopping the motor when the tape ran out, but this does not. So what I'm going to do now is grab what appears to be a blank tape that came with the sale of these items. This is the old Scotch 111. Nothing on the back as far as any markings. And in fact, yeah, the original leader looks like it's still on here, more or less. I will put it on and see if there's anything on it, but it looks like it's pretty clean. The tape doesn't look like it has been even rewound or fast forwarded yet. So I will hit forward.
This recording is an interview with Mr. Pat Mannion from the Bureau of Commercial Fisheries at Marquette, Michigan. The topic is lamprey control in Lake Superior.
Huh. Well, apparently there's something on that tape. I wish you would have set a date on that. That would have been kind of interesting to see how old this is. This particular reel-to-reel was made back in the late 60s by Mayfair Electronics. I'm going to look for another blank, or hopefully blank tape. This one looks like it has been used a lot, but we're going to see what's on it. Maybe I'll just record over the top of it. Alright, now that I have a tape threaded up here, I'm going to see if I can record something. So I'm going to plug it into where the microphone is, which is this one right here. I will hold down this button here, this toggle, if you will, to record and hit forward. And now I'm talking into the microphone with the mic about 6 inches from my mouth, and see if anything gets recorded here. As you can see, this is a very simple recorder. There's no VU meters, no indication that anything's recording, no proof, if you will. But we will find out in just a minute if this actually worked. That looks about right. And now I'm talking into the microphone with the mic about 6 inches from my mouth. And see if anything gets recorded here. As you can see, this is a very simple recorder. There's no VU meters, no... Well, it worked. Very sensitive microphone, obviously. So let me just try it one more time with the mic, maybe about a foot away from my mouth now. Now I'm talking with my microphone far away from my speaking voice, and we'll see if this sounds slightly less distorted than the experiment with the mic 6 inches away. Okay, here we go. Let's try that. Away from my speaking voice, and we'll see if this sounds slightly less distorted than the experiment with the mic 6 inches away. And indeed it does sound a little bit better, doesn't it? So well, this machine records, it plays back. Seems to be in good working condition, considering it's about 50 years old. from the late 60s. It is the Mayfair 5 transistor, by the way, model FT305, made by Mayfair Electronics. And that's our vintage item for this time around. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you like, and we'll have more very soon for you. Thank you.